On Friday, the Spectrum Alumni Association is starting their first kind of recognition of previous grad classes and their accomplishments, so I'm back in town for that.
Can I get half of you on the volleyball end line on that court, and then half of you on the volleyball end line on this court?
You're one of the first 4 graduates selected to be on our celebrity wall.
Yes, I am.
How does that translate for you in terms of the work that you're doing now as an athlete, as a coach, teacher?
Yeah, for me now, the biggest thing that I enjoy doing is kind of giving back to my roots and giving back to the places that I started. So it's really special to be back in Spectrum, a place that shaped a large part of who I am now. But yeah, I'm back here and I would like to share my knowledge of volleyball, just share a little bit about who I am and where I've been and kind of where things have taken me post-graduation.
If I could give you guys like the best piece of advice that I've ever gotten over my career, it would just be a simple quote. And this is something that my coach used to tell me all the time in university. And the quote is, to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Does that kind of make sense to everyone? So for me, the meaning is to, to do things that challenge me, to do things that push my limits. And because when you do those are like the opportunities that you learn, like what you're truly capable of and how much you can grow. So when I think of the times in my life that I was most uncomfortable, they've been the biggest milestones in my own career. So the first one for me, I'm quite a homebody, and when I graduated from high school, I made the decision to move to Vancouver and go to school at UBC. I know that's not very far, but for me that was like a big deal to move a ferry ride away and go to school there. Once I graduated school, I decided to pack my bags up and to move to Europe for 8 months. And that was incredibly challenging, to be in a country where I didn't speak the language, to play with girls that I didn't know, a coach that I didn't know. I literally knew no one when I went to Germany, and so that was another big uncomfortable moment, but it enabled me to have a lot of growth. And then most recently for me now, I decided to switch sports completely from indoor volleyball to beach volleyball. It doesn't really seem like a big change, but it actually is. And so where I'm at right now is just trying to recover and discover what my purpose is outside of actually just playing. And so for me, a lot of that is coaching, being a mentor, doing things like that. And so we've got a little bit of time, but I'm going to run you guys through what a day in my life looks like, what a typical practice would be. Don't worry, it won't be very hard. I'll make sure it'll be to your guys' level. And then we'll finish with a quick game.
You went to UBC right afterwards, and what did you study there?
I studied kinesiology, so I studied to be a physical education teacher, and now I'm just doing coaching and playing full-time.
Yeah. Playing full-time? You played at the Olympic level? And
not quite.
Pretty close to it.
Yeah.
At the national level,
yes.
At least anyway. And you've been to quite a few countries?
Oh yes, I have traveled the world. I've lived in Germany, I've lived in France, I've played in Russia, played in Turkey, played in a lot of countries that I wouldn't have visited if not for volleyball.
Did your volleyball passion start even before?
I started playing volleyball when I was in grade 5, so that would have put me in elementary school. That was kind of where things started, but while I was in Spectrum, I was part of the junior national team and the youth national team, and so Spectrum did a really great job of supporting my athletic interests outside of school while I was young.
So I want you to focus on 2 things. First, your feet. The second is that when we make contact with the ball, our arms are really straight. It's like very rigid. If someone were to move our hands, they would go together instead of bending at the elbows, okay?
Any favorite memory of Spectrum at all? Can you recall a moment that you still sticks out in your mind?
I guess I'll stick with volleyball because that's kind of what I know. But for me, a big thing was when we made it to the provincial championships in my grade 12 year. I think we went 2 years in a row. But that was just so cool to be a part of a group that was able to accomplish that first off, because we hadn't done that for years, and we did fairly well. So that was a great memory for me.
So you're going to move to the ball and you're going to keep your arms straight the whole time.
So I'm just working back from an injury, and that's kind of my major goal, is to make the Olympics. It's been my biggest goal ever since I was very little. Besides sport, just getting back into coaching a little bit more. I would love to see myself as a university or college level coach once I'm finished playing.
Everyone got it? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Ready?
Spiking.
Yeah, spiking. So when I played, I'm an outside hitter, and that was kind of my job, was to spike balls. But I think it's one of the most fun skills, and when a lot of people are learning volleyball, that's what they want to do. To the left, and then the next two steps, what do they sound like? Yeah. So it should be like a little hop. And I want you to do it really loud so that you hear all the time. So you should be going left, and just make it like a big hop. Yeah. You can jump. Just go through what that motion with your arms looks like. Nice. Okay. So let's see if we can go through our spike approaches with jumps and add our arms in as well. You have 5 approaches to do. Add your arms in, see if you can figure out the timing. So if I were to do it, that'll be left and right. Okay? Got it? Okay, go 5 on your own time. Ready? Okay, we're gonna add balls. Everyone on this side. I'm gonna toss balls to you guys, but you are going to start your approach and then I'll toss the ball. So can I get a brave volunteer? Okay, you. What is your name? Liam, will be first. Liam is going to stand right here. Everyone's going to line up on you. After Liam hits the ball, hopefully over the net. Okay. So after Liam hits the ball, he's going to go collect the lone ball, add it to the bin, and join the end of the line. Did everyone hear what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are there any questions? No? Alright, here we are. You're on the spot. Ready? So you go, and then I'll toss it into your hand, okay?
Oh, you're not going to say hi?
Whenever you're ready. Nice. And then the next person is on
What does the future hold for you? Where are you going from here? Where do you picture yourself in 5 years?
Good question. Hopefully I'll be an Olympian by then. I'm working right now to represent Canada at the 2020 Olympics in beach volleyball.
Thunder on 3! 1, 2, 3, thunder! I feel like I'm already like 17 times better. I feel like I'm 14 times better.
Fantastic. Well, best of luck to you, and hopefully that injury heals up quick. Is that from the sand?
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's a whole different.
Completely different. Yeah, completely different. But
You don't get nearly the height.
no, those things happen.